Hey everybody, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today I got for you a tier list video. Now, not a lot has changed between these two seasons, like always, so there's not going to be a live stream, unfortunately, but there will be a live stream tomorrow for the new All-Star Battle update. I am super busy this week going into the holiday season. Christmas is coming up, Hanukkah has already started, so I am booked at least for 8 days, right? So putting together some videos for you guys. I'm going to put them out over the week. We might take a break here and there, but I will try to upload next week potentially too. The new season starts on the 27th. I'll try to have a video live for you guys then. I probably am not going to be able to live stream on the first night of the season, and maybe the second night I can, maybe the third night. We'll see where I end up, but I will still be trying to bring you guys content. I got a laptop with me. I will try to at least provide for the people. You know, I gotta let you guys eat. I gotta give you a little something. So that being said, not gonna be a live stream tier list stream. This is gonna be our live stream tier list video. There will be a stream for the second part of the All-Star Battle, though, so do not fret. You will at least have one more live stream before December ends. You'll probably end up having two, probably another one closer to New Year's, but for now, this is what you're going to get for this, so take it or leave it, all right? So everything you see on the screen is what is unchanged between these two seasons. All right, we had no new units this season, so there's no new units to talk about. What we have, though, are balance updates for a handful of units and then a rebalancing on the tier list of units that are no longer rentable. So the units that got changes are on the bottom in the order of the changes according to blog post. So first is Batra Imago got an HP increase. Godzilla's second form, which is Shin Godzilla's first form in our game, got also an increased HP. Hetero Mature Stage got yet another attack boost. The B2 Stealth Bomber got increased HP and shortened attack interval. And Gigant 1972 got increased HP. And then the fourth Angel wasn't rentable to begin with, but I wanted to reevaluate them from last season, and then because now we have more levels on them. And Unit 1 was rentable last season. Same with Kiryukai. Actually, you know what? I gotta take Kiryukai down. Actually, I'll keep Kiryukai up. Kiryukai was rentable, but a lot of people already had Kiryu at a high level, so I'm going to keep Kiryukai where he is. But Unit 1 was rentable, is no longer rentable. Where does that place them? So I have my tier list from the last season up, just so I can make sure that I'm not being maybe a little too generous, a little too stingy. I try to get a fair evaluation going. So what do we have first is Batra. This is really, a no-brainer. It's an S+. Batra has been an S tier, S plus tier for as long as we've had S and S plus tiers on my tier list videos, right? So them getting an attack boost is a no-brainer. I'm having them S plus as in no particular order. Same with the S's in no particular order. But giving already one of the best units in the game a damage boost is ridiculous. So frankly, that's going to be an S plus. I don't know why it wouldn't be. So that's that. Next is the Shinagawa form, or no, this is Kamada-kun. This is the Kamada-kun Shin Godzilla, the second form Shin Godzilla, which normally we have placed right about here. Right here is normally where they place, but I'm gonna put them right here with the right above Mecha Godzilla. So the HP increase is nice. Putting him in water is what you really want to do, is what you really, how to really get him to shine. Not a lot of people realize that Kamada-kun heals itself as long as it's in water. It'll always heal when it's in the water. So an HP boost to this unit is given a little bit more HP than you think, because not only is the raw HP stat larger now, but it's going to be much harder to kill it in water. Frankly, you could still kill it, right? It's not invincible now. It's going to be a lot more difficult to kill. It's almost a very similar situation to Godzilla Terrestrius very early on in his career in the game, when it was it had a 15-second heal on spawn. Now it's 10 seconds. So the 15-second made it really difficult to kill because you're constantly gaining your health back. Kamada-kun is now in the same boat. It is not out of the C tier, in my opinion. It is still like an okay unit. It's not really doing a lot for you except for evolving. In water now, it's moving slower, so it's going to be easier to evolve, and it's going to be harder to kill now in water. So it's going to make its job of evolving even easier. So that's why I think it's going to move up a few spaces, knocking Mecha Godzilla down a little bit as well. But I still think Rodan is pretty good. I still think Terrestrius is one of the best, if not the best, pre-Evo. So that's just personal opinion. He's still in the C tier, though. But I love Terrestrius a lot. All right. Hedera is next. Hedera got another attack boost. So last season, Hedera, I put her right about here. I'm going to put her probably somewhere over here, right? Hedera, I think, God, Hedera has just been a phenomenal unit for months and months and months and months. And she keeps getting, I keep clicking on these things. She keeps getting damage boosts. I would say I don't know why. I'm pretty sure the reason that even Batra got a buff. I was gonna say bust. So Hedera and Batra got buffs because they are frequently used in a lot of decks. Toho clearly is operating under a system of we are going to make changes to characters that have the highest win or loss rate. If everyone is using this, if everyone is using Batra in their decks, Batra is going to have a higher loss rate than other monsters because yes, while Batra is the best character, or one of the best characters, a lot of people are going to lose while having Batra in their deck, which means Batra's win-loss ratio is going to be insane. There's going to be so many losses with Batra because so many people are using Batra. It just goes to show that Toho's not paying attention and not actually playing the game. If they were playing the game, they would have nerfed Batra a long time ago. But the fact that they're making all their changes based off of statistics is not great. And now I think we can say that for certain that after this Batra buff, we know 100% for fact that they don't actually play the game. At least the way that we're playing it. So Batra didn't need a buff. Neither did Hedera. Both of them really, really good units. Both of them getting buffs. Hedera moves her up a little bit more. Hedera is going to go ahead of Earth. Earth is really, really good. Earth meta is here, right? But Hedera is extremely easy to evolve. Does a ton of damage. Really good range. Synergizes with a bunch of other characters. So Hedera is getting promoted in this video. Next is maybe my favorite change of this entire thing. And it is Stealth Bomber. Now, Stealth Bomber has been sitting at a cool D, bottom of the barrel, the entire, basically the entire history of this game. I think the Stealth Bomber graduated, you guys. I think the Stealth Bomber is in the C tier now. I don't think the Bomber is as bad as it was. I think the Bomber would be a lot better if it cloaked itself. If it actually was a Stealth Bomber. So Naranga's cloak, give that to the Bomber. And maybe if it had, costs less than what it cost. I've been having a ton of fun with the Bomber in Fixed, like ridiculous. In my streams, you could see it too. I might link it over here. You go to the last stream that we did, or whatever, the tier list stream, or not the tier list stream, when we tested out the new leader stream. I was using Stealth Bomber to great effect. I've been using it in the arena, and it's actually like such a troll unit. I do not think it is very good. But the buff that it got definitely makes it a lot more viable than you would think. The power behind it is okay, right? We're mainly focused on the HP of the Bomber now, and the attack interval has been shortened. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Stealth Bomber going into this season, and hopefully it finds a home in some decks that are maybe some more rush decks are going to get better use out of this, but I really do not think this is going to be a unit that everyone's going to put in their deck or that everyone's going to be using a lot. I think it's just a fun troll deck, or a fun troll unit, and I think it's graduated out of the D tier. I think it's graduated out of the D tier. I think that, if it was still in the D tier, it'd be at the top of the D tier. But I think it's probably up here. I think it's definitely better than the Markalite cannon for sure. But I think this is probably safe. I think it's gone out of the. I think it's out of the D tier for sure. Now, what hasn't left the D tier is Gigan. But I will move Gigan up to the top of the D tier. Gigan got an HP increase, which is fine because what Gigan and Bomber do is they just go straight for the facilities or the leaders. So having more HP is going to mean having more HP means that they are going to be alive longer, which means they have a higher chance of reaching their destination, which is ideally the enemy leader. Now, you are just going to want to have to send them down, right? And they're not going to be able to defend themselves. So having a bigger HP pool means they have a higher chance of staying alive. Gigan still sucks. Didn't have its attack change at all. Like the Bomber had its attack attack interval shortened, according to the website. Shortened the attack interval. I'm trying to read it and talk and look at the camera. I'm a mess today, you guys. I'm a mess, right? So, Gaigan to get any of those changes, just a HP change, not good enough, I think, to get it out of the C tier. Now, the fourth Angel was not rentable last season, but last season we placed the fourth Angel in A tier, B tier, the top of B tier. I am going to say that the fourth Angel is coming to be right about here. Somewhere right here. I'm going to put him behind Gaigan for now. Now that people have more levels in it, the fourth Angel has become an extremely reliable unit on the field to just be able to drop him wherever and have that explosion guarantee hit for like 1,000 damage level 30 is ludicrous. It's ridiculous, frankly. The fact that it cannot hit the air, some may see this as a downside because of the prominence of air units, but the explosion does hit the air units, and it acts a lot like Anguirus. The health pool is solid, the explosion pool is ridiculous, and the damage is also really high. Has a really long attack speed, like it's like 3 seconds or something, right? So, not having to be occupied with the air units, it will just start walking underneath them, and then when the air units inevitably kill him, it will explode and hit them, and it might kill them. The fourth Angel is routinely showing up in high level decks like whale decks. Everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of whales are using the fourth Angel, and a lot of other players who are grinding are also seeing the strengths of the fourth Angel as well. I'm comfortable in saying that the fourth Angel is probably here to stay in the meta. When more people have it at a usable level, I think it's going to be seen in a lot more decks. The fourth Angel is just basically Anguirus with a bomb strapped to him, right? So that's a huge W. And then we have Unit 1. Now, I put Unit 1 last season right underneath Kiryu. It would be right about here. I still stand by that Unit 1 is probably a really good unit underneath everything. And we had it rentable last season, so it was pretty high. However, this season, I do kind of want to move her down. I almost want to put her at the top of the B tier this season. She is a really good unit. The fourth Angel has so much going for her. She is pretty much in the B tier for the same reason that Godzilla 21 is in the B tier. Both are extremely good and extremely viable. The problem with Unit 1 is that now that no one has not a lot of people have high levels on her, she's lacking in stats, right? And that's not good when what she does is, I think, broken. I don't know if she's working as intended or not, but to use the fourth Angel, when she attacks, she mandatory, adjusts herself, then gets into a down, rush state. She rushes, and then she gets to her target, and she stops, and then she retargets herself, and then she prepares the attack, and then she fires. Her attack is good, the firing is good. Her having to stop and rush and stop and prepare and then attack is killing her viability in the arena 110%. It's terrible, you hate it. It's the same thing with G21. G21 walks up to a unit, turns to the unit, then he attacks, then it dies, and then he turns to another unit, then he has to stop, then he has to attack. It's the same thing. If they could smooth the transition between Unit 1's rush and then attack, she would be in the high A, no question. She has really good range, she has really good damage, she has piercing, she's immune to explosions, which is great because the fourth Angel is extremely powerful. But it's because she has to stop and go, and her range is okay. And her range is good, right? By the time she comes in range, or in her range of another unit, and stops and starts and does all her things, the other characters are already in her face. So it doesn't matter. They need to either remove the rush, just take it away completely, fix the transition between the rush and the shooting, or make her range way longer, because she has a gun. One of the only units in this game with a gun, right? I think the only other ones that you could count as having a gun in this is the Kiryus, who have missiles and cannons and stuff. She has a gun. There's a lot of range on a gun. And she does not get that chance, because by the time she's in range and can use it, all of her prep happens, and then the other units are right in her face, so it doesn't matter. So she has fallen from A to the top B now that she's not rentable. I do not regret putting my G materials into her. I think she's a phenomenal leader. Unfortunately for her, this tier list is not for leaders. This tier list is for units on the field, and I think as far as field units go, she is decent right now. She could be one of the best if Toho gave her the proper love, but as we've seen, Toho does not seem to actually play their own game, so we'll probably never see that happen. If we do, I'll be the first to let you guys know. But that is the tier list, you guys. That is what I got for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this one. I'm sorry that it wasn't a stream. I know we've had a few at the end of the year. These tier lists haven't been streams, but frankly, Toho just has not been pulling up with adequate end of season changes, and this one basically made 2 insanely good units really good, 2 units that were not, or 3 units that are never really used, still not really usable, just slightly better. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will plan to have some videos up for you throughout the week. I apologize if we miss a few days. It is, like I said, the holiday season, as a lot of you, I'm sure, are aware. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.